Vanderbilt head coach Tim Corbin is now on the line. The Commodores are the number 6 seed in the SEC tournament after going 40-15 overall and 17-12 in the SEC. Vanderbilt will meet 7th seeded Tennessee in the opening game of the SEC tournament. Coach Corbin, press *1. Questions? Could you give us a few comments entering the SEC tournament?
Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah. Well, we're just coming off a tough weekend series with South Carolina. That's a very good team. That they're very well balanced and swung the bat and pitched well. So now we take a deep breath and kind of move on to the second segment of our season, if you will.
Okay, our first question is from Robbie Andrew of the Gainesville Sun.
Hey, Coach. Coach, given the toughness of this league, how remarkable was it that Florida, with a pretty young team, could win 12 league games in a row this year?
Yeah, I think it's difficult for anyone to win this league, but what Sully did with those kids, and having played them just a couple of weeks ago, they're pretty fresh in our mind, actually. But yeah, I think that's a very great feat in a lot of different ways. It points to consistency that value, especially from a freshman, because that's very difficult to get in this league, let alone just play, but to stay consistent and play. And I think the other variable is the fact that, he did it with a lot of parts. He did it with a lot of pitchers that weren't necessarily in the same roles all the time. So that they had a great year, and certainly to go into the last weekend and win 2 out of 3 against a good Tennessee team at Tennessee was difficult to do. So great job by them.
Coach, is this kind of a typical Sully team, though? A lot of pitching, a lot of defense?
I don't know. A typical Sully team could be really anything. I mean, the typical Sully team in 2011 was pretty powerful. You had a lot of great players there in Zunino and good hitters and speed, and their pitching was lights out then, too. You went from a starting rotation to a bullpen that, from your vantage point, sometimes looked bleak, to score runs against. So they've been very competitive ever since Sully was there, but that's not shocking to me, certainly, and I knew that would be the case.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Okay, next questions come from Nick Cole of the Tennessean.
Hey, Coach. Coach Serrano just said that he's going to be bringing Martin in on short rest and sort of piecing this Tuesday game together with the bullpen. How nice would it be for you to have Walker on full rest and in that single elimination game and sort of, get through that, have that bullpen fresh?
I was just trying to keep everyone on routine. It just worked out that Walker gets to pitch on Tuesday, which he's very familiar with. He's either pitched Tuesday or Wednesday, mostly Tuesdays, but it worked out well for us. So, we just kind of move on and stay in our routine as best we possibly can, and hopefully he'll do a nice job for us.
And I know this tournament has had varying levels of significance over the years. How would you assess how important playing well this season is?
I don't think the tournament or any game has any bearing on our thought process on trying to play the game of baseball. I think the most important thing for our kids is just to play better than the opponent. That's all there is to it. The tournament is well constructed. It's a lot of fun. It's a great happening for every team that gets here, and we certainly don't minimize the importance of it. The kids know that. We've had good success here in the past, but I think any time you get to be playing at this time of the year, you got to count your blessings, because not everyone gets that opportunity to do so. There's 2 teams in our conference that are home that I know would be dying to play, so we're certainly understanding of that, and we respect it.
Next up is Kyle Tucker of the Louisville Courier-Journal.
Hey, Coach, I just wanted to get your impressions of what UK's A.J. Reed has done this season, and to do it in this league, where should that put him in the National Player of the Year conversation?
Well, I think you'd have to look at A.J. as a possible front runner. Now, I haven't sifted through everyone. I'm on a committee that selects those people, and you certainly have to look at his numbers. And you're astonished by him. I mean, even two-way players like John Olerud that didn't put up those types of numbers and put up those types of numbers, as you said, in this league. I think he's an outstanding player. He really is in a lot of different ways. He's got a good way about him. He's got great presence. The skill is obviously seeable. How valuable he is for Gary and those kids, I mean, it would be understated if you said anything. So I think he has to be seen as one of those guys who could be the player of the year in a lot of people's eyes.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Holt of the Arkansas Democrat Gazette.
Hey, Coach, how you doing today?
Good.
Hey, after playing Arkansas a few weeks ago, I was wondering what you thought of their starting rotation.
I thought their pitching was very good. I thought, you go into a Sunday situation and face Oliver, I was thinking, boy, this league's pretty damn good again. It's just one of those things that kind of brings everything back into perspective for you. I thought I think Beek's going to pitch in the big leagues. I just think he's one of those guys. God willing, he stays healthy, but he's one of those guys that can twist and turn the baseball. He's got great savvy. He's got great pitchability. Then the first night, we had our work cut out for us. That kid pitched a hell of a game. I just thought his rotation was very, very good. One of the best we saw all year.
Yeah, and those kids are from Prairie Grove, Farmington, and Mountain Home in Arkansas, not exactly metropolitan areas. How amazing do you think it is that Dave was able to find three guys like that in his home state from pretty small towns?
Sonny Gray's from Smyrna, Tennessee. It don't matter where you come from. It just matters how big your heart is and how willing you are to take it to another level. And he's fortunate he got those kids out of Arkansas. Killian and Beeks and Oliver are all special kids. They're very, very good. But, it's a big country. There's a lot of good players, and they come from all over, and they're not necessarily on the perfect game top 200. So he's got three good ones right there.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Coach, we appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.